Remember when you were in middle school, sweating your ass off in dodgeball or at recess, and some kid called you a tryhard? Cooked, vaporized, absolutely eviscerated. That was the one label that you would try and avoid at all costs. Yeah, at the same time, you were also calling other kids tryhards, knowing how you tried to avoid being labeled that exact same thing. How whack was that? Really quickly, if you guys are new here, I'm trying to be an anti-dopamine overload channel, meaning no flashy edits or Mr. Beast style retention tactics, just pure honest dialogue and storytelling. So with that, you can either watch my shitty COD gameplay in the background or turn me on like a radio, put me in your ear like an AirPod and just listen. If you guys like that type of content, then you have come to the right place. So without further ado, let's get right into today's video. Now, I don't sit here from a high perch and say all of this like I was not guilty of either of those things, and I'm telling you I'm definitely guilty of both of them. I was called a tryhard more times than I can count, and I called more kids a tryhard than I can even remember as well. Dude, I was the kid who would try so hard at the pacer test in gym class that I would throw up. I would not leave that gymnasium floor and lose to those awful beeps playing over the gym speakers until I was at least the last one left, or my body literally forced me to stop running by puking. Yeah, I was that dude. Now, I keep using some athletic activity as my main example, which, yes, that label was extremely prevalent in that area, but it's also everywhere else. Studying for tests, reading too much, doing too many clubs, even getting your homework done on time got you called a tryhard. So after thinking about it for a little while, I think what it boils down to is effort. If you were someone who was showing too much effort in any area, you were called a tryhard. You cared too much. Oh, you were actually succeeding at something? Tryhard. Oh, you were a good student? Tryhard. Good at sports? Tryhard. You cared too much about things that actually interested you, so you are a tryhard. Why the hell was that ever a bad thing? I mean, even still, at 26 years old, I run into people calling me a tryhard for random things. My friend group is super social, and whenever we're hanging out, we really like to play Pong for some reason. I am humbly admitting right now that I'm one of the better Pong players in my friend group, but where does that get me? It gets me to be called a tryhard by my 26-year-old friends. So again, why the hell was or is that even a bad thing? Why do we care so much about being called one, and why is that even an insult in the first place? Let me reiterate, I think it goes back to the whole effort and caring too much thing combined with being afraid. And let me explain that. Today's world is weird, to say the least. Let's take a look at social media, for example. I'm willing to bet that every single person, or the vast majority of people watching this video right now, have access to TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, the whole arsenal, you name it. How many hours do we spend scrolling every day? How many hours do we spend watching other people who we don't know, never did know, and will never have a single in-person interaction with them in our entire life? I think I can speak for a lot of people and say a whole lot of time is spent doing that. Now, that's fine. I mean, ultimately, it's not fine. Social media use and its effect on your brain and your dopamine system is a topic for another day. But if we're all doing that, then fine, let's just go with that baseline. But why then is it suddenly cringe to see someone you know also posting content online? If 25, 30, 40% of our own days are spent eating up garbage content and mukbangs, dance videos, and clothing hauls, stupid skits from people we literally do not know on social media, why is it suddenly bad when someone you know is posting the exact same type of content? I'm going to circle back to the whole effort thing here, so stay with me. I think what it boils down to is that when you see a video on your For You page, it's usually from someone who already has a following. Or at the very least, the video is going viral even if they don't have a large following, so that video that you're watching has a lot of likes or comments and overall engagement. Either way though, it does not register in your brain the same way because you do not view that person as quote-unquote putting in effort to become viral or to gain a following. They already have it, and they're just posting content to their audience. That's their job. We didn't see the days, weeks, months, or even years of effort that those people have put in, posting to literally 0 followers, 0 engagement, trying to figure out their niche or style. We didn't really see any of that, so there's nothing to really judge. However, when we see someone we know doing the exact same thing, most times they are not the super viral or already famous creators. So we see their effort, and we also see their lack of virality. Essentially, we see them failing, and that's cringe. But why is that cringe? This is the whole point of this video. Why is it cringe to see someone, 1, doing something that they like, maybe they like posting stupid videos online and they think it's funny, and 2, trying to become the exact same type of person that we spend hours watching online anyways. It is so ass backwards to me. Everyone knows that being popular on social media is a hugely prevalent way of making money right now, and it can even replace your full-time job. Like, who wouldn't want that? Everyone doesn't have to want to become an influencer, but I'm sure as hell certain that everyone watching and listening would want to quit their job if they were given the opportunity. For some people, the internet just feels like their opportunity. Plenty of other people are doing it, so why not them? And if someone you do know somehow becomes famous online, all of a sudden the script flips and it's like, yeah, someone I know from high school is actually famous, and suddenly it's a cool kind of thing. It's only not cool when they just haven't made it yet. So on the flip side of all of that, I was also thinking about why, as someone who posts content online, why do I feel weird knowing that other people will see me trying publicly? I could care less about how many random strangers will see my content, but inherently I do seem to care about people that I personally know seeing my content online. And the only answer that I can come up with to that question is that I am just afraid of what other people think sometimes. That's what I boiled it down to. So to tie all of that together, I think it's because for some odd reason, humans naturally care about effort. Whether that is witnessing other people's effort or knowing that other people are going to be witnessing our own effort. It literally goes back to the whole tryhard thing. And I think the thing that is really behind all of that is fear, like I said. I'm afraid of what other people think. Fear of effort. When we see other people trying something that we are too scared or too uncomfortable to try, or maybe we are even unable to try it for some reason, we judge. And when other people see us putting in effort and failing publicly, they judge. Or at least we feel like they would judge, and that makes us scared. How lame is that, though? Seriously, how lame is that? I think it's a sad but true reality for most people, including myself. Now, there are two thoughts on that I want to wrap this up with. The first is that even with all of this said, I think we grossly overestimate how many people actually give a shit about what we are doing. I think some of us have scars and memories from when we were younger, and they think that most people still act like that nowadays. Now, there definitely are still a good amount of people that shame you for showing effort and might call you a tryhard, but I promise you, it's not as many people as you might think. Regardless of how many people still behave that way, though, it doesn't matter. Because think about all of your favorite people to be around in your life. Are they the people that don't have any interests or passions or personality? Are they the people that judge you the hardest? No. Are they the people that judge you for being yourself? No. They're usually the people that are so genuinely themselves that they literally have like a gravitational pull around them. You just feel drawn to be around them for whatever reason. They're the people that let you nerd out over your favorite passion or hobby, or are able to nerd out over their favorite passion or hobby and don't think you're going to judge them for it because they don't care. So any of those people, the ones who you would actually want to have in your life, would not judge you. They would not judge you, and in fact, they would probably commend you for trying something new and support you in whatever way that they can. And my second thought on this is, why the hell do we care so much? Seriously, why do we care about what other people think? I know that's kind of like a cliche, like stop caring so much about what other people think, but it's a cliche because it's true. When you're able to put your ego to the side, you stop caring about people seeing your effort, stop being afraid about other people's judgment, life gets a whole lot better. You start to feel less performative and more authentic. You start to feel less like a shadow and more like a light. Someone who's alive, someone who feels deeply, thinks deeply, they have passion, goals, plans, someone who shows effort. And suddenly, effort is cool. You will start to naturally find yourself around those who are like-minded, who don't care about what you're doing, and who only care about you feeling happy in whatever it is that you are doing. And that is something I am actively working on right now. And I will probably be working on that for the rest of my life because it's always a work in progress, but I urge you to try it out for yourself. Stop caring and go be a tryhard. Life will get better. All right, guys, that's it for this video. If you made it this far, thank you guys so much for listening, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Drop a like to show your boy some support, and consider subscribing so that you can catch more videos like this one in the near future. It's been your boy Schmib, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.